Game over for the Goa club killers. India set to drag the Luthra brothers back. Holiday ends up in handcuffs. Party time is over, prison time awaits. They will pay for the loss of 25 lives. That's a big focus on India today.
And they indeed will have to pay for the loss of 25 lives. Luthra brothers, and the manner in which they will eventually be brought back to India, to justice, to face the law is our top focus story right here. Also on 5 Live this evening, an exclusive interview with the Civil Aviation Minister has spoken exclusively to India Today and her sister network, Aaj Tak. That much more lined up for you up ahead on the show. I'm Sneha Mordani. We'll kickstart this edition with some news just coming in at this point in time. A trial court has granted interim bail to Omar Khalid in Delhi riots larger conspiracy case to attend his sister's wedding. It's relief for Omar Khalid now. The bail granted from the 16th of December to the 29th of December is what we're learning at this point in time. Finally, Nalini, there is relief for Omar Khalid. Tell us what the court has said.
Well, Sneha, this is just interim bail that has been granted for a period of 14 days so that he can attend his sister's wedding. The Karkaduma court, in which the trial regarding the larger conspiracy case related to the Delhi riots is going on, said that considering it's Umar Khalid's real sister's wedding, he should be granted bail for 2 weeks to attend the wedding and then come back. But at the same time, the court has imposed certain restrictions on him. They've told him that he is not allowed to use social media during the time that he's out on interim bail. He's also specifically been directed not to interact with anybody except for his close family and friends, and to only either be at his house or the venue where the ceremonies are happening. So some very strict regulations have been imposed upon him during the time that he's out on interim bail. He's been released, he's going to be released rather, on a personal bond of 20,000 rupees and 2 sureties of the like amount. 27 December is when his sister's wedding is happening, and by the 29th of December he'll have to surrender once again back in jail for the trial to continue, as well as along with the fact, Sneha, that just yesterday the Supreme Court has reserved its order on as to whether or not he should be granted regular bail in the case or not.
Leaving it that for the moment, Nalini Sharma getting us up to speed with those details at this point in time. Interim bail ordered for Omar Khalid. Well, after days on the run, the Luthra brothers have finally been detained in Thailand. India's relentless pursuit of justice is paying off, bringing hope to victims of the deadly Goa nightclub fire. Here's a report.
The endgame looms for the Luthra brothers. 5 days after the deadly blaze at a Goa nightclub that claimed 25 lives, the owners of Birch by Romeo Lane, Saurabh and Gaurav Luthra, have been detained in Phuket. The brothers were seen handcuffed with their passports suspended. They have no more running, no more escape. Indian officials have reached Thailand to secure their custody. The Luthra brothers will soon be flown to Mumbai and handed over to the Goa police for further investigation. With blue corner notices in place and their passports suspended, every loophole has been closed. Justice is catching up. For this survivor of the nightclub fire, who lost her husband and 3 sisters in the tragedy, the detentions bring hope for justice.
मेरे हस्बैंड ने वीडियो बनाते बनाते देखा, उनके सडनली उनकी नज़र पड़ी कि ऊपर छोटा सा एक माइनर से चिंगारी सी है, मतलब उसका ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं था, वो अगर वो उसको वहीं पर कंट्रोल हो जाता तो ऐसा बड़ा हादसा नहीं होता। उस आग को बुझाने के लिए ना तो वहाँ पे कोई अलार्म बजा, वहाँ पे कोई भी सेफ्टी अलार्म कोई भी नहीं बजा। जो गेट था वही एग्जिट डोर था,
एंट्री एग्जिट एक ही था।
जी सर, से एक ही डोर था।
After loss, grief and unanswered questions, the pursuit of justice is finally bringing the perpetrators to account. With Devesh Singh in Goa and Himanshu Mishra in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And then we have more news coming in at this point in time. This is what we are learning through our sources. The government is yet to finalize the arrest of the Luthra brothers. Goa police might go to Thailand is what we are learning. Luthras may be arrested after deputation. Luthra's arrest to be finalized soon is what we are learning at this point in time. So it's still a little unclear as to how this is going to move further on. I'm going to go straight across to Devesh Singh joining us from Goa at this point in time. Devesh is right outside the residence of the Chief Minister. Shrishti Oja has been tracking those details from court where the brothers, the Luthra brothers, expected relief, however got none. But we are on standby for the order. First to you, Devesh. We had earlier learned that they would be in fact travelling to Mumbai. The Goa police team would take over from the police there. What are you learning at this point in time? Why this change firstly?
Well, there's a standard operating process for this, and that will be followed. And as per the procedure, team of officials would go to Thailand. They will take the custody of the Luthra brothers. From there, they'll be brought, and then when they land in India, when they land in, say, Mumbai or Goa, they'll be formally arrested by the Goa police. As of now, we studied and spoke to some senior officials whether they will be brought this evening, this night, to which there was a denial. They said that today they are not coming, but when they'll come, that was not clearly responded to. But we are hearing from sources that it might take some time to bring back the Luthra brothers, but by evening things will be clear. A short while from now, Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant of Goa will be briefing media, and then it will be clear what is the plan, what is the procedure that is being adopted to bring back Luthra brothers so that they could be brought to book, they could face Indian law.
That's right. Be with us. Coming back to you, Shrishti, even as we speak, the arguments in court underway. Take us to the details of, you know, what Goa's council, what the state council has also said as far as bringing these Luthra brothers to justice is concerned. Of course, their argument continues to be they played victim as well, saying that their life is in danger, their family's life is in danger as well. What more can you tell us?
Well, Sneha, as we know, the Luthra brothers since yesterday before court, while arguing for their anticipatory bail, have made some strong arguments. The two main arguments on which they've based their cases: firstly, they went to Thailand. They're not absconding. They went to Thailand for their business meetings to see some sites for their businesses. And secondly, that they went to Thailand on the 6th, which basically means that they left from India to go to Thailand before the incident even took place. However, the Goa police today, the prosecution came in guns blazing, firing off arguments opposing these particular claims made by the Luthra brothers. Firstly, the Goa police has told court that they have ticket bookings to prove that the flight tickets for Thailand were booked by Luthra brothers at 1:17 a.m. on 7th of December, which basically means, according to Goa police, while the tragedy took place, when people were burning, when the place was burning, people were dying and getting injured, instead of providing aid to them, instead of helping them out, the Goa brothers, the Luthra brothers, were making a plan on how to escape the law, how to flee the country, and are still absconding. So the Goa police has said that these people are absconders and therefore they do not deserve any relief in form of an anticipatory bail or any protection from the court. Not just that, they've also said that they did not go for any business because the Luthra brothers, according to Goa police, they don't even have any business opportunities or any business as of now, as far as Thailand is concerned. So we're right outside Rohini court right now, where the court is expected to pronounce its order as far as the anticipatory bail plea is concerned, and we'll know soon whether or not the Luthra brothers manage to get any relief or not. Back to you.
All right. You know, this is something that we'll have to wait for, but it's very clear that the government is keen on justice, and that's the reason why we haven't seen the wheels of justice really move so fast as it has done in the last few days or so. Remember, this fire took place on the night of Saturday. It's been 5 days, and within 5 days, the government the Interpol managed to, in fact, ensure a blue corner notice, Devesh, for these two men who were in Phuket, in Thailand, and then bring them back. It's a long-drawn procedure. We know. You did tell us it takes more than a week or so, in fact, to only issue this, this blue corner notice, isn't it? But in this case, exceptions have been made. This has been done really quickly.
से हम चला रहे थे जो एक्चुअल क्लब के ओनर 3 लोग थे उसमें से एक को दिल्ली में ही अरेस्ट किया उसके बाद यानी तुरंत उसी दिन भागने वाले उसके जो 2 ओनर थे इसके लिए हमने उसी दिन एलओसी खोली और रीजनल पासपोर्ट ऑफिस को पासपोर्ट कैंसिलेशन के लिए कहा हमारी गोवा पुलिस की पूरी टीम और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की सभी सेंट्रल एजेंसीज़ हमने जब सेंट्रल एजेंसीज़ को रिक्वेस्ट किया मैंने खुद होके होम मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स इनको रिक्वेस्ट करने के बाद उनके हेल्प से उनको आज सुबह थाईलैंड यहाँ पे डिटेन किया है मैं सही में यानी विद इन द 4 डेज इस तरह के जो इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे जो कोई भागता है उनको फास्ट ट्रैक तरीके से उनको डिटेन करने की पहली बार इस तरह से उनको डिटेन किया है हमारी गोवा की टीम
फाटले 3-4 दीस कंटिन्युअसली हांव स्वता पर्सनली मॉनिटर करतालो हांव पळयता की आमचे गोवा पुलीस हांच्यांनी म्हणजे इन्सिडंट जायना फुडें 6 लोकांक भितर उडयले 3 ऑफिसरांक सस्पेंड केले आनी ताज्या उपरांत एक भितरलो ओनर जेका दिल्ली अरेस्ट करून गोंयांत हाडलो 2 जे क्लब ओनर आशिल्ले तेजे थायलंड हांगासर गेल्ले तांची एलओसी ओपन केली तांकां ब्लू कॉर्नर नोटीस सर्व केली आनी ताज्या उपरांत तांकां रिजनल पासपोर्ट ऑफिस हाका तांचो पासपोर्ट कॅन्सलेशनाक धाडलो विथ द गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ इंडिया सेंट्रल एजन्सीज म्हणजे होम डिपार्टमेंट मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स हांच्या सगळ्यांच्या सहकार्यांत आमी तांकां आज सकाळी फुडें डिटेन करपाक शकले पर्सनली हांव म्हणजे होम मिनिस्ट्री आनी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स आनी सगळ्यो एजन्सीज
मुझे लगता है कि जो 25 लोगों की जो मौत है उनको न्याय देने का काम हमारी सरकार करेगी
Already heard there from the Chief Minister of Goa talking about the manner in which all of this was ensured to ensure that they're brought back to the country at the earliest. There would be justice, he ended by saying, for the 25 victims. Remember, 25 people died in that horrific tragedy. The very latest in this case is the manner. Okay, let's go back, in fact, to the Goa Chief Minister.
अजूनही बी म्हणजे अशा पद्धतीचे हे इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन्स ह्या केसीचे पुराय चालू उरतले आणि सगळ्या जाणांक जेका कोणाक जितकी कायद्यानुसार तांकां शिक्षा दिवपाक मेळटा तितकी तांकां शिक्षा दितले हांव खात्रीशीर सांगू शकता एकही मिनिट त्यांचो प्रोसिजर जो आसा आमच्यो गोवा पुलीस सेंट्रल एजन्सीज कडेन उलयत आसा आनी पर्सनली हांगासल्यान धाडल्या उपरांतूच तांकां हे गोंयांत जाता तितके बेगीन हाडटले मैं सबसे पहले मैं गोवा पुलिस और सेंट्रल एजेंसीज सीबीआई हो या मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स इनका मैं बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं कि विद इन द 4 डेज जो एक्चुअली फायर इंसिडेंट गोवा में हुआ इसको 6 लोगों को हमने अरेस्ट किया जो एक्चुअल क्लब ओनर थे जो 3 क्लब ओनर थे उसमें से एक क्लब ओनर को हमने दिल्ली से उठा के गोवा में लेके आए दो क्लब ओनर जो उसी दिन सुबह जो इंडिया छोड़ के थाईलैंड चले गए थे इनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करते वक्त हमारे गोवा पुलिस ने उनके एलओसी खोली उनको ब्लू कॉर्नर नोटिस जारी की और रीजनल पासपोर्ट ऑफिस को उनका पासपोर्ट कैंसिलेशन करने के लिए भी हमने डाला विद द हेल्प ऑफ द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ द एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स और द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ द होम हमने उनको आज थाईलैंड में डिटेन किया है विद इन ए शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ अ टाइम द गोवा पुलिस की टीम और द सीबीआई गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के सहकार्य से उसको थाईलैंड से गोवा लेके आएंगे मैंने जो कहा था कि इनको विद इन द शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ अ टाइम हम इनको अरेस्ट करके गोवा लेके आएंगे मैं जिन जिन एजेंसियों का मदद हुई है उन सब का मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं क्योंकि इन्होंने प्रॉम्प्ट रीत्या इतने बहुत ही विद इन ए शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ अ टाइम उन्होंने प्रॉम्प्ट केस क्रैकडाउन की है बस इतना ही नहीं जो 3 ऑफिसर्स को हमने सस्पेंड किया था जो 2 ऑफिसर्स कोऑपरेट कर रहे हैं इनमें से जो एक ऑफिसर्स कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहा है मुझे लगता है कि पुलिस लगा तो उसको कल तक उसको भी हम अरेस्ट करेंगे इफ ही इज नॉट कोऑपरेटिंग उसकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन अच्छी तरह से चलती रहेगी बाकी एजेंसीज जिनको यानी मजिस्ट्रियल इंक्वायरी इसका रिपोर्ट चल रहा है, उसका रिपोर्ट आते ही उसके ऊपर हम एक्शन लेंगे। मैं फिर एक बार यानी हमारी गोवा पुलिस और द मिनिस्टर ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स, होम अफेयर्स, मैंने खुद होके होम मिनिस्टर्स, इवन दो द पीएम ने कंसर्न व्यक्त किया था इसके बारे में, यानी पहले ही दिन ऑनरेबल पीएम हैड कॉल मी और उसके बारे में इंक्वायरी उन्होंने की थी। खुद होम मिनिस्टर ने इस इंसिडेंट के बाद यानी बाकी सबकी इंक्वायरी खुद कर रहे थे। मैं सभी का बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं क्योंकि उनको लाने के लिए द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया और हमारे पुलिस ने बहुत ही अच्छा काम किया है। मुझे लगता है कि जितना जल्दी हो सके तो गोवा पुलिस और द सीबीआई और बाकी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की एजेंसीज इनको लेके बहुत ही जल्दी गोवा में आएंगे। उनके ऊपर स्ट्रिक्ट कार्रवाई करते वक्त उनको हम बिहाइंड द बार डालेंगे।
कब तक ले आएंगे सर, कब तक लाएंगे?
8-12 मुझे लगता है कि जितना जल्दी हो सके उतना जल्दी हम उनको यहाँ से लाएंगे।
गोवा पुलिस की टीम जाएगी सर, थाईलैंड जाएगी?
खुद गोवा पुलिस और सीबीआई की टीम वहाँ से जाएगी ऑन द सेम केसीस। जी केस हांगासर जाल्ली ताज्या बेसिसेर थायलंड पुलिसांक कळयल्या उपरांतूच तांच्यानी थंयसर तांकां डिटेन केल्लें आसा।
गोंया ह्या पळय ते एक सील मारला म्हणून आयकपाक येता ते कितें हे बीन गावला तितून
तांचो जो दुसरो क्लब आशिल्लो ताजेर वायोलेशन आशिल्लें, जे वायोलेशन दे हॅव एनक्रोच्ड इन अवर टुरिजम प्रॉपर्टी, दे हॅव वायोलेटेड समथिंग CRZ that we have demolished. Henceforth, this type of CRZ violation or encroachment in our property will not tolerate.
सर, जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर के बारे में आपने बताया कि उनके ऊपर भी एक्शन हो सकता है, वो सस्पेंडेड है और उन्हें अरेस्ट किया जा सकता है, क्या लग रहा है वो बिल्कुल कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहे हैं?
3 गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर थे, उनमें से 2 ऑफिसर्स जो दोनों लेडी ऑफिसर थी वो कोऑपरेट कर रही हैं। वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए कल दोनों पुलिस स्टेशन में आके चली गई हैं, जो सभी अच्छी तरह से कोऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, तो उनके ऊपर इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज गोइंग ऑन। लेकिन द एक ऑफिसर ही इज नॉट कोऑपरेटिंग, ही हैज नॉट कम टू द पुलिस स्टेशन, तो इसके ऊपर कार्रवाई होगी। मुझे लगता है कि आज जब मैं मीटिंग रिव्यू ले रहा था तो ही हैज मूव्ड फॉर द एंटीसिपेटरी बिल, पता नहीं लेकिन कल तक हम उसको उठा के अंदर करेंगे।
लूथरा ब्रदर्स ने कोर्ट में अपनी बाजू रखी, उसमें उन्होंने ये कहा है कि वो विक्टिम है, उनको सरकार गोवा की जानबूझ के टारगेट कर रही है।
उन दोनों को
Take our viewers to the main points of what the Goa Chief Minister has just announced. He said that they were detained in Thailand. This is a story that we've been, in fact, getting for our viewers since morning. It's our top focus. The Chief Minister has also, in fact, made it clear that a team of Goa police would be traveling to Thailand. And that's where, from there is where the Luthra brothers would be brought back to the country. That's what he said. Also goes on to talk about the fact that they had approached the Ministry of External Affairs to clip the wings of the Luthra brothers to prevent them from further going off to other countries apart from Thailand, where they had already reached in the early morning of the 7th of December. Remember, they had a flight that they had taken in the early morning when they had booked the ticket at 1 o'clock at night. Also, important development, the Chief Minister has underscored that the 3 officers were there and that their role is getting investigated. They stand suspended. He said 2 lady officers are cooperating with the investigation vis-a-vis the various violations of the Birch nightclub. The 3rd officer isn't cooperating and that he is going to be arrested. That's what he said. So these are important points of what the Goa Chief Minister has just spoken about, indicating what really is going to be the road ahead as far as investigations and finally justice in this case is concerned. So how did India corner the killer brothers here? This is how it was done. First of all, the Interpol Blue Corner Notice was issued. It was step 1. Then, the passport of both the brothers were cancelled as informed by the Chief Minister, who requested the MEA to do it. Luthra brothers' silent stay obviously then became illegal because their passports stood revoked then. Thailand authorities detained the Luthra brothers after India's request. This was done today, and then authorities informed India about this arrest. These are the details that we have with us. Remember, first of all, the issuance of an Interpol notice, a blue corner one, takes about a week or so. But all of this was expedited. Our reporters have been telling us that it was done in about 2 days or so. Now, what really is an Interpol Blue Corner Notice? It's issued for those people who are running from the country involved in a criminal case. All that the Interpol does is seek information on them from authorities in the respective countries. Also about the horrific timeline of this case, the manner in which the fire first started at 11:45 p.m. on the 6th of December. In just roughly 2 hours from them, Luthras booked tickets to Thailand, obviously sensing trouble. At 5:30 a.m., Luthras board a flight to Thailand. Then on the 9th of December at 5:18 p.m., Luthra's Vagator Club was demolished, something that the Chief Minister spoke about. At 10 a.m. again on the 10th of December, Luthras moved pre-arrest bail. This was done in Delhi's Rohini court. At 12:41 a.m. on the 11th of December, Luthra's passport was suspended. At 9:30 a.m. this morning, Luthras were detained by authorities in Thailand. I'm going to go back to Shrishti for more on that. Yesterday, Shrishti, in court, the argument for anticipatory bail was made. Of course, no relief then. Today, all eyes are on court again, given that these arguments have been made of, them talking about a threat to life. Take us through the details of what the counsel for Luthras have, in fact, said before the court.
Well, Sneha, this hearing was also crucially, it was very crucial, specifically also because this is the first time where we saw those Luthra, the side of the story from the Luthra brothers come out in the open, because as we know, after the incident, since the incident, they went to Thailand and they've been absconding according to the police officials. So this is the first time we've seen what exactly are these Luthra brothers claiming as far as the incident is concerned, and also the decision to go to Thailand is concerned. According to them, they were anyway planning to go to Thailand. They're not absconding or running away from the officials here. They intend to take part in the investigation. They went to Thailand for their business activities because they had planned some business meetings, and it's a very normal thing for them where impromptu also on last minute notice, they do have to book tickets and go to Thailand. Another important claim made by them was that they left from India on the 6th of December, which is basically mean that they left before the incident. Now, both these arguments have been clearly countered by the Goa police. The Goa police has said that they've misled.
को हमने सस्पेंड किया है। 2 लोग उसके इन्वेस्टिगेशन को कोऑपरेट कर रहे हैं। एक जो कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहा है, उनको बहुत ही जल्दी हम अरेस्ट करेंगे।
कौन है जो कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहे?
सेक्रेटरी वन हु इज नॉट कोऑपरेटिंग, उनको हम अरेस्ट करेंगे।
पंचायत सेक्रेटरी?
यस, पंचायत सेक्रेटरी।
उनको अरेस्ट कर सकते हैं?
हाँ, बिल्कुल। उसको कहने कल तक उन्हें कोऑपरेट नहीं किया तो उनको अरेस्ट करेंगे।
और ये लूथरा बंधुओं को कब तक लाया जाएगा सर गोवा?
वो तो विद इन 3-4 दिन के अंदर गोवा लेके आए।
आप देख सकते हैं कि ये गोवा के चीफ मिनिस्टर प्रमोद सावंत थे। उन्होंने आज तक से बात करते हुए ये जानकारी दी कि 1 से 2 दिन 3 दिन तक भी लग सकते हैं बातचीत करने में, ये लूथरा बंधुओं को गोवा लाने में।
A couple of days, says the Goa Chief Minister, before the Luthra brothers are brought back to the country, but that is certainly going to happen, is what really is clear right here. We will continue to get you more details on that story for the move. Now, India's largest airline, IndiGo, continues to face intense scrutiny for the mess it has created over the last 10 days. CEO Peter Albers, along with top officials, met the DGCA authorities. They were summoned to provide detailed report on the airline's recruitment and rostering plans and operational aspects. In order to compensate for the chaos, since the start of this month, IndiGo has announced a travel voucher worth 10,000 rupees for severely impacted flyers whose travel was affected between the 3rd and the 5th of December. This amount is in addition to the compensation IndiGo will be rolling out for those passengers whose flights were cancelled 24 hours before departure time. The DGCA has formed an 8-member oversight panel to oversee the airline's operations. 2 senior officers will now sit at IndiGo's corporate office, tracking cancellations, refunds, on-time performance, crew deployment, and passenger assistance in real time. The airline insists it did not engineer the crisis, it says. The board, it says, was fully involved from day one. There was no attempt, they say, to influence government rules. The disruptions, they argue, were not deliberate.
However, there are some allegations that are untrue. That IndiGo engineered the crisis, that we tried to influence government rules, that we compromised safety, that the board was not involved. These claims are incorrect. IndiGo has followed the pilot fatigue rules as they came into effect. we operated under the new rules throughout, both in July and in November. We did not attempt to bypass them, nor did we do anything that negatively impacted our unblemished track record of safety. The disruptions of last week did not happen because of any deliberate action. They happened because a combination of internal and unanticipated external events, including minor technical glitches, schedule changes linked to the start of the winter, adverse weather conditions, increased congestion in the aviation system, and implementation of an operation under the updated crew rostering rules. This is simply the truth. Clearly, this combination of events pushed our systems beyond their limits. There's also been a claim that the board was not engaged. This is not correct. The board has been closely involved with this matter for many, many months. Both the board and the board's risk management committee have received relevant information from the management on the implementation of the rules. Following the first day of the disruptions, we held an emergency board meeting and set up a crisis management group. Since then, board members have been in continuous contact with the management team. The crisis management group has been meeting every single day.
And we have more news coming in at this point in time. DGCA officials start monitoring the operations refunds at the airline headquarters. Remember, the DGCA is now actively involved in the operation of IndiGo Airlines. Essentially, it is the officer from the government who is going to monitor the day-to-day activities of the IndiGo Airlines. And DGCA officials have started doing this already. They're monitoring the operations. They're looking at the refunds as promised by the airline to the aggrieved passengers. It's not just IndiGo that's going to be doing this alone anymore. The government has decided that the regulator will have its own officials who are going to micromanage this to ensure that the process is very seamless. IndiGo flight crisis taking an interesting turn here, with the regulator sending its own officials to monitor day-to-day operations of the IndiGo Airlines. Operations, refunds to the tune of crores at this point in time, given the kind of cancellations that we've seen over the last 10 days or so. All of this is going to be monitored very closely by the regulator, and that's the reason why officials of the DGCA are monitoring these operations, refunds at airline headquarters. Sitting in the office of IndiGo Airlines are officials now from the DGCA who are monitoring the IndiGo operations. Amit Bhardwaj is getting in more. Amit, this is really unprecedented, isn't it? Government officers sitting in the office of a private airlines company, sitting and monitoring the situation to ensure that it's seamless. Because the crisis was unprecedented, the response has also been rather unprecedented, isn't it? It's never happened before.
Absolutely right, Sneha. You know, by the very first outlook of it, you have a private company, and it's at the corporate headquarters of this private company. There are 4 government officers, not only 2 government officers, rather 4 government officers who will be monitoring every possible aspect in terms of the operation of IndiGo. So it has nothing to do with how they are operating their business. On the other side, it's about ensuring that IndiGo craft fly, they fly on time, and there are proper pilot crew in place in order to tackle operations, as well as whether the refund process is being done properly. There are complaints coming up, how they are handling it. Each of these angles will be taken care, or rather monitored by the oversight team of the DGCA, and 2 of 8-member team officers will be sitting in the IndiGo corporate office in Gurugram, and they'll be also filing reports every day by 6 p.m. So senior officials of the DGCA have been also asked to stay at the corporate office of IndiGo. So definitely in the very terms of it, this is unprecedented. The way Civil Aviation Ministry has acted, First, a curtailment of 10% on IndiGo's total operations, and now you have 4 officers who will be monitoring the operation.
That's right, monitoring the whole situation and micromanaging in that sense. Also looking at grievance redressal mechanisms and observing that very closely. I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Amit Bhardwaj with those details. Big story we are breaking at this hour. There is no relief for the Luthra brothers. The Delhi court has dismissed the bail plea of the Luthras. The court has dismissed the anticipatory bail plea of both the accused. Luthras went straight to jail once they come back to the country. Shrishti is getting us more details. Shrishti, the court there refusing to grant any relief to the Luthra brothers in 2 days, 3 days. According to the Goa Chief Minister, whenever they really come back to the country, they will straight be going to jail.
Well, Sneha, clearly a big setback for the Luthra brothers, who are presently in Thailand and also under detention from what we've learned. And this order was in a way the last hope to get any sort of protection from arrest as soon as they come back to the country. Now, the court, however, today has clearly dismissed their anticipatory bail, refusing to grant them any protection, even though both these brothers before the court had argued that they're willing to cooperate in the investigation, willing to participate in the investigation, and all that they were asking for was that they be protected till the time they come back to India and approach the jurisdictional court in Goa. Not just that, we also saw the Luthra brothers claim that the authorities in India are being extremely vindictive, and that is why they are apprehending not just arrest as soon as they land back, but also threat to life and their safety, not just their safety, but also the safety of their family members. Goa police, on the other hand, had clearly opposed very strongly, in fact, opposed the grant of any relief, stating that they're absconders, they fled the country, they're absconding from the country, and they're evading the Indian law and evading arrest, which is why no form of relief should be granted to them. The Goa police also said that we're talking about 2 individuals here who run an entire operation, different restaurants at different places. The entire operation in Goa, where the unfortunate tragedy took place, was being run by them. When the incident happened, people died, people were injured. Instead of coming to aid of these people, instead of helping them, these 2 decided to book their tickets and go to Thailand instead of cooperating with the authorities. So what does that say about people who, as owners of that property, should have been in India, cooperated with the investigation like the other accused in this case are doing? What makes them so special? Now, the court has very clearly, in a way, agreed with what the prosecution said. Now, a detailed order copy is still awaited. So once the order copy is out, we'll know what are the exact observations which have been made by the court in this case. Because if the court has made any remarks with regard to the unfortunate tragedy that took place, it will be very important, Sneha, because it will be the first court order, first statement from a court about the unfortunate tragedy that claimed the lives of around 25 people. So definitely a big setback for the Luthra brothers. As we know, our sources in Delhi have also told us that the authorities are still contemplating how to bring them back, whether they will be deported and sent to India and then be arrested, or whether the Goa police officials will go to Thailand and then bring them back to the country. This is something that the authorities will decide in a few days, in some time. So once that happens, we'll know for sure what exactly is the fate of these 2 brothers going to be. The only relief as of now that they can expect, if we talk about the legal remedies in this case, would be to maybe try and challenge this order before a higher court and expect.
Okay, it remains to be seen if that happens or not. But for the time being, no relief there for the Luthra brothers at this point in time. At least for the time being, their anticipatory bail plea stands rejected in court.